Good Thursday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jason Peterson, and let's go in and talk about the weather for your Thursday. Starting off, what is going on right now in terms of our current conditions as of around 8:31 in the morning? Well, we do have some rainfall activity in areas of the low country as well as the Midlands and even the CSRA leading up into the Piedmont area. So we do have some rainfall for sure going on. It's not necessarily too widespread, but it's more than likely just looking at it more on an isolated basis here. Now, in terms of what's going on throughout the entire U.S., as we go in and scroll our way out, it does look like that we are looking at some rainfall activity in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and Florida. Same thing over there in New Jersey, New York, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and then also over there in the western areas like Idaho, Oregon, going on into Nevada, Utah, and then even California, getting in on some of that rainfall over there inside of the west. Now, in terms of what's going on right now, in terms of cloud cover, we do see cloud cover in all areas of the state. Doesn't matter if you're in the upstate, all the way down towards the coastal areas, you have cloud cover right now, kind of around your area. And so this will be kind of showing some mostly cloudy conditions. Now, sunshine will still peaking in some spots, so I'm not saying that's going to be overcast for everybody, but mostly cloudy conditions for sure. We move this later on into the day, and you can see that that cloud cover does not really let up much. I mean, like I said, we'll have some clear skies trying to get in some spots, or some sunshine trying to peek through. Maybe later on this evening, but maybe even in the late afternoon. But we're still looking mostly cloudy regardless. Current temperatures right now, we're talking about 77 in Charleston, 76 Somerville, as well as 78 in Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, 75 Orangeburg, in Columbia, as well as 76 in Georgetown, 78 Myrtle Beach, and 77 in Conway, 75 Florence, and 75 inside of Columbia, 73 inside of Greenville, as well as Spartanburg, Gaffney, York at 74. Same thing with Rock Hill. Air quality as we go over into tonight, it looks like that the majority of us kind of actually maybe more half and half. Half of us looking pretty good, half of us in the moderate category. So not terrible. Definitely not terrible. I mean, we're kind of just staying in between that good and that moderate. Again, if you're in the yellow, the moderate area, make sure that you are paying attention for that bad air quality as we move later on into today, especially if you're outside for a long period of time. If you're not in the yellow, you're good. High temperatures for today, we're talking about 89 in Greenville, 89 Spartanburg, as well as 92 in Columbia, 90 Walterboro, and 87 in Charleston, 87 Georgetown, and 85 in Myrtle Beach. Heat index values for today, it may get up to around 100 degrees or so, but that's pretty much it. You're not really going to see anything else too much more than that. Winds as you move into today are going to be calm, maybe around 2 to 3 miles per hour in the inland areas, up to 5 or 6 maybe. And then near the coastal areas, it's going to be around 8 to 10 miles per hour for today. And then if we go in and take a look at those wind gusts are going to be from around 5 to 6 miles per hour, maybe getting up to around 10 to 15 near the coastal areas. Rainfall as we go throughout the next 24 hours. Looks like a good amount of rainfall is definitely possible. A couple of areas may not get rainfall, but a good amount of areas definitely could. It looks like for sure that areas like Girard, maybe Columbia, Winsboro, 100th of an inch to a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch in areas like Greenwood, going over into Monk's Corner, Myrtle Beach, then maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch in areas like Georgetown, Bartonwell, Spartanburg, Greenville, and then somebody could even get a half an inch to an inch. It's definitely possible that somebody could get a half an inch to an inch of rainfall for today. Now, this is without flash flooding. Without flash flooding. For the crazy score for today, right now, we're at a 9. That probably will go up as we get more into the afternoon. But for right now, we're at a 9 right now. Calm, pleasant conditions right now. No significant weather threats across the state as we speak. Thunderstorms are expected today. Doesn't really matter where you are. You have a chance of thunderstorms for today, and the ingredients are there for you. Now, thunderstorms obviously aren't the only thing that we're going to have to look forward for today. Excessive rainfall. Excessive rainfall, isolated flash flooding is possible for the entire state of South Carolina, or is possible for the entire state. We have a 5% risk of flash flooding statewide. I know it sounds low, but as I always say, don't worry about the percentages. Just know that the risk is there. And know that if flash flooding does get going, there's a potential that it could, maybe some bad flooding. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Keep an eye out for it. And what about for the models now? We're going to start off here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Just pushing this forward, we get all the way into around 11 a.m. and onward we get to around 2 p.m. or so. Look at that shower and storm activity starting to get going in the low country, getting going inside of the eastern areas near like the Grand Strand, the PD. Even by 4 p.m. or so, you see showers and storms kind of going on. Upstate gets in on some action going to around 4 to 5 p.m. and kind of just lingers up there. We get to 10 p.m. Low country still seeing shower activity, and even by 1 o'clock in the morning, we are still seeing shower and storm activity in areas like the upstate. So we definitely are seeing a good amount of rainfall activity and storm activity over here inside of the state as we go all the way through to around 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning tonight. Now, as we go on and take a look and see how much rainfall we could see over here inside of the state over the next 18 hours or so, a couple of areas could see 3 inches. Some areas may see 2.5. See another area of 2 inches, 1.5 inches or so. Some areas just around an inch. But you can see some areas, a lot of areas don't get any rainfall. So don't be shocked if you don't see any rainfall today. Do not be shocked because it's definitely possible that you don't. In other areas, get it a couple of inches or so. And then for the NHC, we have this one area now has a 90% chance of development. Pretty much, they expect that this actually could form. It became better organized last night, and if the current trends continue, advisories could be initiated on a short-lived tropical storm later today. Next name is Dolly, so that's the next tropical storm name for, I guess, potentially later on. However, environmental conditions are expected to become hostile beginning on Friday, likely ending its chances for further development. So this may just go on and become a tropical storm and then end off pretty quickly. So again, not really causing too much of any sort of damage to anybody, which thankfully. And this is obviously going to kind of just go out and fizzle out beginning on Friday. So we'll see how strong it gets. If it does strengthen pretty quickly, though, we may be talking about a different situation. But for right now, I think they're just thinking a tropical storm right now, which wouldn't be strong enough. But that's pretty much all that I have here. I'll update you guys whenever this does form and whenever we go on and get the new storm, especially tonight. 8 o'clock p.m. is where we will be live at tonight for the drought update as well. And then tomorrow morning, Friday morning forecast update. Make sure that you're there for that. I'll be back then. Hit those two buttons before you leave if you're new.